Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, August 29th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this would be a video for you. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right here will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, we are looking at OPEN. And overall, technically speaking, good solid day. Now, maybe you're thinking, how can this be a good day? I guess it was green, but not really that green. Well, technically speaking, this will mean more to those of you that watched the previous video. But I was talking about this trend line, and you can see here the price has actually gotten through the trend line, but most importantly, did not drop back down. Case in point, right here. Earlier on in the day, the price got through the trend line, but what happened? It dropped back below the trend line. That did not happen here. Now, that does not mean that for sure guaranteed this thing's going to explode back upwards, but I'm saying it does now seem to have gotten a nice solid break of the trend line. It is starting to go sideways, so it becomes way more plausible in my mind to suggest now that maybe, just maybe, the price is going to try to make a move back upwards. Again, no guarantees, but is that now a more valid question to throw out there? In my opinion, absolutely. So good movement in that regard. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Now, in the event the price rolls back over, then as I talked about previously, from the big picture standpoint of things, the key area of support remains down there, that pink line there, the 200 period simple moving average. That currently valued at $3 and we'll call it 44 cents. But all in all, like I said, got the trend line break today. It's stabilizing, going sideways after the break. So we'll see if the price can get any sort of curl back upwards on Friday. Next one here, NVDA had a pretty wild day with, well, I shouldn't say a wild day, but definitely a wild opening 30 minutes with earnings yesterday. You can see right there that opening 30-minute candle all over the place. But really, when you stop and think about it, where the price is right now, and if I just kind of draw this line back through, it's essentially right back inside of this general sideways range where it's been already. So a whole lot of, kind of up and down all over the place, and now basically right back to where it was. Now, from an overarching standpoint, 184.10 remains a key level of resistance, although I do want to add in one more in the nearer term, given that that is kind of what I would say is the more relevant area right now. And that is right here at 182.50. You can see the history of things right there. Rejected the price, rejected the price, rejected the price. So not saying that 182.50 cannot be broken, but really before you put too much attention on 184.10, prices first got to break up through that level. In terms of areas of support, what I'm very curious about now moving forward is this trend line that we can get put into play. So let's get that and change that to green for support. So keep an eye on that from the overarching bullish standpoint. But all in all, after a whole lot of craziness, the price is, like I said, essentially right back inside of that sideways range. Next one here, taking a look at CWD, and not a whole lot to really report on this one because the move has happened. The move was right here. There was that nice solid trend line that, maybe there's going to be a pattern. And then the last 30 minutes, the price is broken up through there. So yes, you missed the breakout. As I speak right now, this thing is, trying to get up through highs. But the ingredients are there for something that for a lot of people is worth keeping an eye on. The ingredients are this. For traders, you need two things. You need quality movement. This right here, I think we can all agree, is quality movement. You also need good, solid volume. And looking down here, you can see volume has been way above average. And then you look right here, and you can see volume is once again on the increase as we go into this breakout. So is there any sort of and look at this, going to new highs. That's why I like to do these when the markets are still open. Now, maybe on Friday, you sit back, and I'm not saying this will occur, but for example, maybe the price finally stops and it pulls back a little bit right there. Well, if the price were to do that, you could do something like, okay, there's a pullback, there's already the nice move up. All right, there's a bull flag pattern. So there will be patterns that form, but as of right now, nothing really to point out other than the fact of the price broke through there, got great movement, got great volume, and from a trading standpoint, like I said, those are definitely the ingredients that we want. Next one here, SOGP, absolutely monster move today. Got to think a lot of people are watching this one headed into Friday, and we now have ourselves a good quality pattern here. So let's get this pattern drawn into play. Top part of the pattern we have right there. And then the bottom part of the pattern we have down here. Let me change that to green for support. And then just to make the pattern easier to see, let's keep it all one color. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the nice upwards move right here. So let's extend this out a little bit more to make it, there we go. And then to make it a little bit more visual for you golfers, let's put the golf hole down here. This should be a bull pennant pattern. Now, just because something's in a bullish pattern Does not mean that for sure guaranteed if it comes up here and breaks, it's going to make a big move upwards. My point here is it valid? Is it plausible to throw out the question that, hey, you know what? If the price breaks out to the upside, could that create another round of momentum? And that's certainly a valid question to throw out there. So if you like very volatile stocks, you like bull pennant patterns, then keep an eye on it. Next one here, OPAD, and I'm going to go through this one very quickly because you literally just heard me talk about it, so I want to respect your time as best as possible and not be a totally broken record. So let's just get this pattern drawn. There is the resistance part of the pattern. There is the support part of the pattern. And let's just make sure everybody sees it, keeps it the same color. So our resistance, our support, nice move up right there. Get the golf hole down here. So another variation of the bull pennant pattern. So if you like bull pennants and you like these stocks that are moving very quickly, you have definitely a few choices here headed into Friday. Real quick, I want to take a break and help you potentially solve a very common problem, and that is you want to be a day trader, but because of the pattern day trader rule, you can't be a day trader, and I'm defining day trader as having unlimited day trades every single day. But there is a market out there, there is a strategy available out there that allows you to become a day trader, have unlimited trades every single day, and quite frankly, trade a market that's way better mover than these small caps and penny stocks anyways, which I get it sounds crazy because there have been some big movers, but the market that I'm in and then what I'm doing, there's even bigger potential. Now, I understand maybe this all sounds a little bit too good to be true. Totally get it. That's why I'm inviting you and letting you know that every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, I live stream and I go for a few hours. So if you want to see exactly what I'm talking about here play out right before your very eyes, ask me questions, then definitely swing by the live stream. But yeah, definitely something worth checking out, especially if you are suffering and annoyed by that pattern day trader rule. Next one here, RGTI, and we have ourselves another pattern. This one's a little bit different. So yes, as of right now, there is this pullback underway. You can't deny that. There is this pullback. So let's get this pullback drawn into play and then also illustrate. Oh, whoops. Grabbed the wrong tool there. Didn't mean to do that. And then the support part. So this is just illustrating the fact that, yeah, it made a nice move up. It is pulling back. So, you know, from the big picture point of view, just stating the obvious to show, yes, there has been this pullback here. But the key question is, assuming you care about the big picture, is, okay, fair enough. As of now, the price is pulling back. But what was happening before this pullback? And you'd say, well, the price was there and it exploded all the way up there, which has now given us a bull flag pattern. So yes, we've talked about some bull pennants, but now we are introducing in a bull flag. So if you prefer bull flags over bull pennants, then definitely keep an eye on RGTI. Next one, AQB. And yeah, today is apparently the day of bull pennants and bull flags because, yeah, we are looking at another one right here. So you can see right there that, yes, the price has pulled back. So just to make sure everybody's seeing the pattern, you got resistance, you got support, you have the big move up right here, and there is, once again, the bull flag pattern. So if you like bull flags, but you like stocks more so around the dollar mark, then here you go. Next one, WAI. Talked about this one in yesterday's video. Although it never did quite go down to there, you did get a bit of a bounce upwards. So now it's just a question of a couple of key levels that stand out to me. So first area from a resistance standpoint is going to be that trend line right there, which makes this very, very interesting because you can see as of now, the price is right there doing battle with that trend line. So a very legitimate question going into Friday is, can the price break up through that level? And if so, does that produce some upside buying pressure? No guarantees, but not out of the realm of reason to think that maybe if it breaks, especially if it's a high volume break, does this 200 period moving average here at the 25 cent mark have some potential? Maybe worth at least just throwing out there. But again, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves because first got to see that trend line right there. As far as areas of support, still have this area down here at 11 that I talked about in the previous video. But the way, you know, the more preferable level that you would now want to see hold strong is going to be that purple line right there. Because if the price at least stays above that purple line, then from the big picture point of view, you can make the argument that, hey, at least the price has a low here, and then you have a low there, and then you have those lows down there. And at least from the bigger picture, you could make the argument that the price is still making progress in the upwards direction, which is what you want to see from more of an overarching standpoint. So if you like penny stocks, then definitely some interesting things going on here with WAI. Next one, CGC. Very, very solid movement here. And now we have ourselves, yeah, you guessed it, another one of these bull pennants. So, I mean, some days the market is just filled with the same types of patterns, and that's what we have here. So there is our area of resistance. There is our support. And then just because I cannot help myself, let's keep it the same color. So resistance, support, big move up right here. Golf hole down here. We are looking at another bull pennant pattern. Next one here, TSLA Tesla. Rough day today as the price had been forming a nice pattern here, but you can see here, nasty move up. I mean, it broke up through the pattern, acted like it wanted to be a breakout, and then came back down hard. And then you can see, try to head back up, and boop, that level went right back to acting as resistance once again before the bigger flush downward. So yeah, if you kind of got chopped to pieces up here, I can totally understand that and see how that would completely be possible. In terms of near-term levels of resistance now, as far as, what matters most, then keep an eye on that purple line right there, currently valid at, we'll just call it 347.40. You can see right there, that's where the price got rejected. And then it didn't hit it the final 30 minutes, but within the ballpark. So if there is going to be any sort of curl back upwards, then yeah, that 50-period moving average is certainly public enemy number one in terms of levels that you would want to see broken. And an area that is technically level of resistance, but still irrelevant right now, right up there at 356.65. In regards to levels of support, key area to watch if the price does pull back right here around the 341.25 mark, so keep an eye on that. But I would say a way more important area of support, like on these other charts that we've talked about, is going to be that pink line down there, that 200-period moving average at 336.25. But the price, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant now given the price is still up there. But all in all, rough day today here for Tesla, but to give credit, nice little bounce here. Can this bounce get some more movement up through the 50-period? We'll see what happens. So that wraps up the top 10 list. And again, if you are sick and tired of that pattern day trend rule, if you want a market that doesn't require a lot of capital, but you get big movement in it, then definitely check out what I've been doing. You can see at the link at the top of the screen, or just check it out down in the description area. But more importantly, because I totally understand if all this sounds maybe a little too good to be true, what's the catch? Totally get it. That's why come to the live stream, ask me, and I'd be happy to provide any sort of clarity for you. So again, I start the live stream at 11 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to subscribe and then turn on notifications so that you can be reminded of when I do go live. So I hope this helps because yes, I know a lot of people are suffering and being frustrated by that pattern day trader rule. So thanks for watching. As always, make sure you hit that like button and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.